It is race week here in Abu Dhabi, the 2025 World Triathlon Championship Series getting underway on a brand new Hudaria Island course where the women go out at 2 p.m. on Saturday 15th of February and the men at 4 p.m. local time. Then the mixed relay takes over on Sunday at 1:30 p.m. and you can watch all the action live and on demand on the new look triathlonlive.tv. Head over to the website, grab a monthly or annual pass and use code TRI25, that's TRI25, to get 10% off. Then get ready for the fireworks as this new LA 2028 Olympic cycle kicks into action. And we caught up with two of the big contenders for the men's gold, New Zealand's Olympic hero Hayden Wilde and USA's Morgan Pearson, also a double Olympic mixed relay medalist, to get their takes on what's coming up this weekend. All right, so Hayden, how excited are you for what lies ahead in 2025?
Yeah, 2025 is going to be a big year. Starts now in February and we'll finish in December. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be another big one and some new goals.
How has it started for you? Like, what's the kind of close season been like for you? Are you the kind of guy that likes to give yourself a bit of a rest, or is that like...
Yeah, well, I wanted a rest, but after 70.3 Worlds, I went straight back to Andorra, bought a house, and then we chilled for a bit, got back into training with, a new team. So I got some new coaches and then straight here to Abu Dhabi. So I've been here for a month, preparing for the first round of the World Series. So, it's kind of had like a little rest, but they got straight back into it. So now feeling pretty motivated and have some new goals, new targets, and a new team around me. So it's going to be... I don't know what the future looks like, but hopefully, everything's looking pretty good at the moment and just got to keep kind of building that momentum and hopefully we can start off really strong and to kind of give me that confidence because it's a massive change for me. So I'm looking forward to what lies ahead.
Yeah, so changes on several levels there then. Talk us through the team changes. So obviously the T100 is going to be a big part of this year as well. You're in as a hot shot, racing here in Abu Dhabi to get the season rolling. Is the new team partly because of the new distance that you're going to be looking at as well? What's it looking like?
Yeah, I was with Craig for over 10 years and, we had some unreal success and, as an athlete, I want to finish my career knowing that I've done everything I possibly could have done to finish my career saying like, I don't want to have any what ifs or could have done something better or done something else. And for me, it's just, I just want to explore and see if there's something, that 1% that I can find and whether that's changing my team and what I've done. And, it might be the worst idea I've ever had, but at least I know when I finish up, I gave it a good go. The new team, obviously, you're 3 different coaches. It hasn't really been done before, so it's going to be a bit of an experiment, but it's all about communication and how that works. Currently it's been working really, really well. Everyone's on the same page, and I guess I don't think moving coaches essentially was because of going to the longer distance. Like, I'm still planning to hit LA, like that's the big target, and I know that obviously in Paris so close, so to know that if I can get an extra few percent with some other people kind of in my corner, we'll see if we can kind of unlock some new things within myself. But it's the same thing. It could go absolutely terrible. So we'll obviously see what happens in Abu Dhabi, and we'll see if what happens at the end of the year as well.
So there's a swim coach, a bike coach, a run coach. Do you want to name check them? Where are they? Are they going to be somewhat based in Andorra with you, all remote? How's it?
Yeah, so it was a good year and a half of kind of doing just finding a team. Like, you don't want to go in and just find the first people that knock on your door. So there was a lot of kind of investigating on who I should go with and what could have a good team, and a few interviews as well. And I've decided to stay with my swim coach. So obviously Fred, so I've been with him. He's based in Antibes, so he's been with me for the last 3 and a bit years. And then I've decided to go with Javier Sola. So he's is quite highly rated in the cycling world, but also has a good experience in the triathlon world as well. So I wanted a guy that that understood triathlon, but also has some real good expertise on the bike. And then my run coach is Gary Lunn, who's originally from Ireland, but he's kind of based between Monaco and Font-Romeu, which is quite close to Andorra. So for me, that means I kind of have the opportunity, the access to compete and train with top quality runners in the marathon distance. Obviously had some pretty good run trainees, I guess, with Sam and a few of my other mates. But now, I've got other guys that can, do the marathon and do the half and the 10. So it's a pretty good range, and it's just keeping comms up with those three and making sure everyone's on the same page. And we've had a few bumps in the road, but everything's actually gone pretty damn well, and the body's in good shape. So hopefully I can just put it together and get some confidence, not just for me, but confidence for the coaches as well.
Yeah, they need to be able to see that what they're doing is right for them to be able to keep on with that vision. And if you're, as an athlete, if you're building into another 4-year block, presumably the last thing you really want to be doing is repeating, not that you necessarily would be it with Craig anyway, but it's the grind, the grueling nature of particularly that last run up to an Olympics. Presumably you need that refresh to feel like attacking it all over again as well.
Yeah, and that's why I'm going up in distance for a little bit this year, but also still staying irrelevant in the World Series as well. But it's also you've been on that more or less the same program, which has worked extremely well for me for the last 10 years. But sometimes it's nice to change it up a bit. The trainers that. I guess the workouts that I've been getting over the last few years, the last few weeks, months, is, it's super different. It's definitely a bit of a change. And, I actually really, really enjoy it. So it's really nice and refreshing, and hopefully it gives me that extra spark getting into my, I guess, third campaign for Olympic cycles. So, we'll see how that goes.
So I remember you saying that final block and the repetition and putting yourself through it, and it obviously takes a bit of a toll, right? And it's not, apart from the fact you're seeing what you're building your body to where you want it to be, it's kind of it's exhausting situation. But at the same time, how you were on that Paris start line must have been a very exciting feeling. Is that hands down the fittest you've been and the most prepared you've been, and there's still those percentages to build into the next round as well?
I think I was definitely heading into that one. I was a lot more professional in a sense of the team that I involved around me, having Craig up there and having a few athletes to help me domestique through the trainings, having a physio, having a cook up there. That was not federation based at all. That was pretty much all my work, because I know it's my team that I prepare myself versus a multi-million-dollar federation. So I just had to do the best I possibly could. And, I think I'm the same as well, where I just focused so much on my swimming that it probably hindered my performance on the bike and the run. So now, knowing that I am getting a lot better on the swim and just those years of experience and repetitions, I don't have to focus as much on the swim now. Then I can really kind of give back to my strengths of running and cycling. And we've already seen some pretty solid improvements already on the bike. Just looking forward to kind of not just focusing on swimming and using all three and just smashing it, So it's going to be fun, and hopefully I can squeeze a little bit more out of my running and my biking, and not just completely focus on the swim side. But obviously, short course is still a massive thing to be, at least there or thereabouts within the front group. But if I can kind of dial back into the bike and the run a little bit more again, I'll be pretty happy with that. So I think there's definitely still more that I can get out of myself, and I think I've got three and a bit years to kind of play into my strengths. So I think I could probably, if everything goes well, and it's so hard to obviously keep consistent over those years, but if everything goes really well, I think I can turn up to LA probably stronger than I was in Paris. So we'll just have to see, I guess.
Which brings us nicely then to Abu Dhabi and first race of the year. First, this distance is the win in Torremolinos. What are you going into this race as the plan? What were you looking to get out of it?
I'd love to do it in Torremolinos. So that was ideal. Like a real strong swim. Got away with a really nice group on the bike, and then and ran real well. So yeah, like those sort of races are pretty. As an athlete, like to do those sort of races and the way it went, like it doesn't happen every race. So you take those ones and you put them in the bank for a bit of motivation. But yeah, like there's like new athletes coming through. I looked at the start lists. Obviously, we have some big names with Matt and Vasco and Morgan, but there's half the field I've never seen before. So yeah, it's going to be super interesting. And I know when I was young, as young as those guys, like you get that sort of the fire. They're like, this is my first World Series, so they'll just go like straight out the gate. So I'll presume that the pace is going to be pretty hot for the first few rounds. But yeah, I just have to kind of wait and be patient, and yeah, hopefully I can execute at the end. And yeah, I guess my Abu Dhabi campaigns haven't gone smoothly. I think to be fair, my first year was when I was first here. Like that was a pretty breakthrough race for me. Like it was the top 10, and I was just coming. It was my first ever World Series, so that was kind of cool. But in the next one, I got COVID for the grand final, so I didn't realize that, and yeah, that was a terrible race. And then I got a puncture on the last one. The last one was cancelled, so hopefully we can get something out of this one.
It's a bit of unfinished business out there on that course.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know, for some reason, every time I race in a homely environment, I feel really at home here in Abu Dhabi. The same thing in Antwerp. My partner's from Westerwesel, and I race in the World Cup in Antwerp, and same thing, like punches, mechanicals and everything. So it must be I'm a bit too relaxed coming into these sort of races. But no, the vibes are good here, and I feel really good. And I know the course in the back of my head, so I'm looking forward to just giving it some. And yeah, it's a new course as well, so it should be nice.
Yeah, some of those new faces are going to definitely make that run very much more interesting. Maybe this is the first race for some of them, and the first of the season. This is the opportunity for you to make the most of the respect of the elder on the start line, because yeah, like a Milner, a Cantero, these guys are rapid, and they're going to make those runs a whole lot more interesting again, like stepping it up another notch this season, right?
Yeah, definitely, and I think, Alex and I, we've kind of continued to set the bar from, the Javier and the Brownlee era. We've continued to kind of hold that kind of bar of performance in the run side. So yeah, there's always someone new that's going to come and like knock on our door. So it kind of, keeps us motivated and keeps us pushing harder and harder. And hopefully with the new team, I can still get more out of myself on the run leg to keep myself within the game. But yeah, those guys, obviously Quintero, he raced really well in Torremolinos and displayed a really good scene there. And Hugo obviously ran the fastest 10K as well. But yeah, like I've raced Hugo before, and I know he's probably more of a 10K guy than a 5K guy. And Quintero, I've never raced him before, I think, so he'll be an interesting one. It's like the new era of Mario and Javi coming through, which is kind of really nice for Spain. But I'm really looking forward to racing them, and yeah, just got to use my experience, I guess now I can say, and give it a good whirl. And if it's nice that people are knocking on our door, because it just wouldn't push us to get out the door and keep motivated. So looking forward to kind of the new guys coming up, and you're giving us a run for our money, so it should be fun.
And I guess that makes the new or the enhanced swim and the bike that much more important, perhaps. And out there, Kenji Nana yesterday was getting very excited about this bike course. Grippy, fast, wide. Have you had a good look at it? Is it something you're excited to get your teeth into as well out there?
Yeah, like I've been working quite closely with 321 Sport and Hidariat, and bubble as you. So I've been on the swim course prior to the race, which has been really, really nice. And yeah, it's going to be a fast swim for sure. And then, heading into the bike, I don't know how many laps I've done in the last month, but I know it pretty well. And in the run course, I've been doing some run off the bikes around this area. So, as I said, I know this course really, really well. And I've been riding on Hederiot for the last, 4 years. So, I know it super well, and really excited to give it a good crack. And obviously, it's normally a Yas, but to have it where I normally train most days is quite cool. And as Kenji said, it's a fast course, it's grippy, it's quick. I know what parts of the course to probably go hard and what parts to ease up. So, it's nice to kind of have that sort of home ground advantage, more or less. So, looking forward to using that and applying that into the race.
Sounds like you're pretty well acclimatized, and we're here in this particular restaurant where you've been pretty much every day for the last however long as well, right? So the creature of habit is definitely live and kicking in you.
Yeah. Just being based here in El Seif, so it's like a little community based kind of in the central of Abu Dhabi. It's really nice. It's pretty chill. It's close to everything I need. Been hosted, really, really well with Sheikh Sultan Tahoon and with his crew here. It's been really, really nice, and got a swimming pool here. Got Earth close by. Hederiot's 15 minutes away, and place I go and get my haircuts 10 minutes away. So it's really central, and the riding's amazing if you know where to go. The running is really, really nice, and the swimming is, you've got pools everywhere. So just been kind of experimenting and having some good fun. I'll be back here at the end of the year, obviously heading into the T100 series, but we'll see how that goes. And as I said, I really enjoy it here, and been coming to Andreas's for every single day for breakfast, lunch and dinner. So it's been a really cool experience, and I've just enjoyed my time here. And as you see, I'm acclimatized. I'm in a sweatshirt, so happy days.
Yeah, it's going to be super interesting. It's great that you're going to be a bit of a balance between the T100 and the series this year, and obviously designs on that world title, no doubt. Other big names that are making that move on this season as well. And I guess, 2018, Vince won the grand final in Lausanne, kicked on, dominated for a couple of years. Blumenfeld, when he won that grand final, he kicked on and dominated. So, you won the last grand final. We're looking at the era of Wilde.
Yeah, I tell you what, I've had 4 opportunities, I think, in the World Series, and still haven't got it. And it's frustrating for me. There's one thing in my career that I want to do, and it's to win a World Series title. And every year you get so close, and it's oh damn. So that's the one thing that keeps me up at night is to get a World Series title. And why not start here? And my ambitions were not to really contest for a series this year, just because it's post-Olympic year, and I just wanted to enjoy myself. But the more and more I see the new races, I'm I might do this race. I may jump into that race. But we'll see what the rest of the year lies ahead of me. But I might be popping into more World Series races than I expected I would. But that was the main thing as well, is to keep relevant and keep good ranking points. So maybe race 1 or 2 races, 3 races, whatever it is, because it's so hard to get back onto the series if you just fully take yourself out for a year or 2. And then, as you know, the experience and the injection of the new pace and the new kind of breed of athletes are coming through, and if you miss a whole year or 2, you forget how to race this sort of level. So to keep relevant and keep racing is super important for me. So and it's good for obviously back home in New Zealand as well.
And a finals in Oceania, so you're going to want to be on that start, and then
Yeah, exactly.
Contesting.
Yeah, and Wollongong might work really well for me as well. If I go to Wollongong, I can go straight back here to Abu Dhabi and race that end of the season for the T100. But I just want to finally, if I start really well here and race in the next few World Series and continue to go well, hopefully I can put it together and bring home a World Series title for been too close too many times. So I really need to dial down, and hopefully this whole new team, can just make me a little bit more disciplined and kind of think about what I do in races as well. So, yeah, and that's the nice thing about the new team as well is like I feel a lot more like engaged and more accountable for what I'm doing. So there's a lot of accountability on my part, but also accountability on everyone else. So it's kind of made me a little bit more like aware of what I'm doing and how I apply that in training and while hopefully racing. So yeah, it's exciting.
Exciting times ahead.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, Morgan, 2025 is looking like a pretty exciting year ahead for you. How are you feeling about what lies ahead?
Oh, I'm really excited for 2025. I'm doing the T100 series and then hopefully quite a few WTS races. So yeah, I'm just really excited. It's going to be an awesome year. Lots of racing. And for me, it's kind of my first year in the sport that's not focused on either qualifying for the Olympics or getting ready for the Olympics, because like I started in 2018 and then it was Olympic cycle trying to make 2020 and then COVID happened. So then 2020 was just basically getting ready for 2021. And then the Olympic cycle started right over again. So all the way through last year through Paris. So I just feel just excited to have a year where I can just like enjoy the racing and there's not this like this outside pressure of the Olympics and and like qualification and this sort of thing. Like I'm just really looking forward to having some fun this year.
Express yourself out there.
Yeah, exactly. And not feel like each race is just its own thing,
Safe to say you're enjoying your job at the moment.
Yeah, for sure. I started the year in the Houston Half Marathon. I was actually hoping to go a bit better, but that's just sport, I guess. Sometimes you call it shorter your goals. And then the focus kind of turned to this race, Abu Dhabi, 2025 Abu Dhabi, sprint distance. And then next race will be the Singapore T100 distance, which might sound like a big shift, but just the way I've been training the last couple of years, I think I'll be ready for T100. Like I think my training is pretty endurance based, strength based. So I think it'll actually come more naturally to me than even the sprint distance actually.
As a season opener, everyone talks about like off season being a bit race rusty and so on, but you're feeling sharp, presumably. Like this is a great opportunity to stamp a bit of authority over the first part of a season that is testing new waters, but you got big ambitions as well, right? I mean,
yeah. So like the Abu Dhabi WTCS this weekend it's just a test, like to see where we're all at. I mean, it's February, mid-February now, so and then the next WTCS is mid-May, so we got some time, and I think everyone's gonna be in different different parts of the season. I ran into Matt Hauser, and I saw that guy, like he had like glistening skin, looking amazing, and I was like, wow, yeah, it's been summer in Australia, so he's probably just training so well, like, and I've been in the basement and the days are like 4 hours of sunlight and just so it hasn't been like ideal training in Colorado where I live, but I mean I still love it, and I still think I can do well this weekend.
you still love it in that basement, right? You love getting in there, locking that door and just chugging on.
Oh yeah, you gotta, it's part of it, it's part of training, so you gotta do it.
And part of this series season will be some of the new kids coming in that there's been a lot of chat about. Milner's run splits, Cantero's run splits, obviously yours, Hayden's. This is going to be like a spicy year over every race. There's going to be new benchmarks being laid down, you think?
Oh yeah, it's going to be. I saw something like there was like 18 new WTS people. Which is a lot, I think. So it'll be fun. It'll be exciting. Like, I'm sure everyone's just excited to be here. I think that's, the Olympics, like I was kind of talking about, it's such a pinnacle of the sport. And now that it's, over until obviously, 4 years down the road, like I think everyone's just going to be excited to race just for the love of racing. And there's like new guys and guys that have been around a little bit more. And I think it's just going to be a great mix. I think it's going to make for some great racing.
Do you remember being that new guy? Are you going to get out there and be a bit like intimidating in the athletes' lounge and so on? Like putting your
that's something I actually don't need to try to do. Like I think I just have one of those faces that's a bit intimidating. So I actually try to do the opposite, like smile. And I think people, they don't understand my humor. So maybe that's I need to work on that.
I don't think so. I think that's the beauty, isn't it? Like I've heard a couple of like Morgan Pearson freaked me out, like doing something quite like innocuous, but like, he walked past and said something and kept walking, and I was like, what the? I don't.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just I could maybe try to smile a little bit more.
But equally, I mean, it's a good persona you've kind of cooked up on social media there, like pushing a few buttons, you're like poking a bear, you're like just doing your thing. Like, is that something that just kind of keeps you entertained when you're not smashing yourself?
Yeah, I mean, it's just for fun. Like, I think at the end of the day, triathlon is like not like the, at least where I'm from in the US, like it's not like the cool kids sport. So it's just like, I mean, I love it and it's, it's great, but you can kind of laugh at it ourselves a little, like just, it's kind of ridiculous though what we're doing if you really start to think about it. So if you can't make fun of yourself and the people that are doing the same thing, like, I don't know, you got to just lighten up, I guess.
This course in particular then, any like red flags for you, things you're particularly looking out for and like keen to attack? There's been a lot of chat about that bike course looking quite nice and sticky and wide and fast. And
oh yeah, the course here in Abu Dhabi, it looks really nice. I always like a beach start, which I'm excited about. The bike course, it's like I haven't seen it all exactly because they're doing some construction on the track, but the race, the bike track, I guess, that's up like all year round. Like that's really cool part. It's going to be, fast, and I think maybe there'll be some crosswinds. I know we go up kind of on that water on that like bridge thing. So yeah, it's going to be I think it'll be a really interesting, the dynamics of the race are going to be very interesting. Just the course itself. There's going to be parts that are really fast, and then I think coming into the track will be a bit slower on the bike. So it would be like a bit on off, and then it'll be, and no one really knows where everyone's at too, like coming off the new year. So it could be like smaller groups, it could be one big group. It's impossible to predict.
And you like it hot out there anyway, don't you? I mean,
hot. Yeah, it's been weird. It's been hot here. I like when it's hot, but I think I raced at 4 p.m. So I don't know, like today's a bit cooler, so we'll see. And being a sprint distance, I mean, it still plays a factor, but I don't think it's like a huge thing that's going to, change the outcome of the race.
So what is it about, you said you like a beach start. What is it about that? You're going to be out after Hayden, Matt Hauser, Miguel, like
Yeah, I like a beach start because just my background. I was like a beach lifeguard in high school. I would do that over the summers, and we did like competitions, the tournaments, lifeguard tournaments. So I just every week we'd do like an open water swim race or run swim run or whatever it was. So I just brings me back to those good times. And then in terms of other athletes, I mean, you always want to start near some good swimmers. The great Vincent Louis is gone now. The great Henry Schumann, it seems like he's done with short course too. So I think actually there's a room for a new fastest swimmer in the field. I mean, Mark DeVay is maybe one of those athletes that could be kind of like known as the best swimmer in short course. So I don't think he's racing, but if he was, I'd be looking out for him. So I wonder who it'll be, who will step up and kind of be like the alpha swimmer.
Is it a bit of a shame out there that like Vince no longer, like someone like Blummy, are those kind of characters a bit of a miss for you as racers? Obviously, like for fans, that's one thing, but you guys as racers, how does that like affect
That's a great question. I mean, Blumenfeld is someone, he's always interesting to have in a race because he's always on the bike yelling things at you. Sometimes they're not so nice, but it's hard not to laugh just because when you talk to him after the race, he's just like a nice guy and he's got a sense of humor. So you're like, when you're on the bike, he doesn't actually mean it. And then Vince, I mean, yeah, like I think a lot of the athletes looked up to him, and now that he's retired from short course, yeah, it's just interesting. Like I'm sure a lot of the younger athletes are looking up to guys like Hayden or Hauser or Alex Yee, even though he's not racing this weekend. I'm sure they're looking up to those guys. So yeah, I mean it's kind of a bummer to see them gone, but yeah, I think that's just life.
Time for some new poster boys for the sport to step in.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many French guys. I feel bad for them. Even like, I can't imagine being like. I remember at the Paris Testament, Vince was like a celebrity there, and I imagine being like one of those other French guys who's just like in his shadow, like and they're like beating him a lot the last year, and they're still probably like not as popular. So that's got to be tough for them.
Regardless of T100 responsibilities, this is a big series year for you as well. You look at the hit start lines, hit Wollongong like thoroughly in contention, and stake your claim on that title.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to compete for the title. This year in 2025, I'd love to compete for the overall title. I mean, I know I gotta be a lot more consistent. And yeah, I think if I can do that, I'll be one of the top ranked in the world. I mean, there's so many good guys now, and it's the year's only beginning, so it's impossible to predict how things go. But I think I'll be at every WTS -1. I think I won't be at Italy, but yeah, it's this one and then Yokohama, and then the summer focus will be short course with Hamburg, and then the last 3 in September. So I'm really excited. Training's gone all right so far. Obviously, coming off the Olympics, you're looking to make a few changes to improve, and I hope they show.
Anything specific you can or have tried to do about that consistency thing? Like how do you even work on something like that? Is that?
Yeah. I think, well, each race is an individual result. So it's like, there's races where I kind of like make mistakes on the bike, with my tactics. But then there's also times I've been dealing with injuries and like maybe racing through a bit of injury, and then it really shows on the run. So just like really trying to improve my body as, so I can become more robust and really express myself on the run. I think I'm one of the better, I think if we all lined up to do like a 10K run, I'd be pretty fast, but sometimes running off the bike, my body's just like breaking down a little bit in ways that I need to. So I've just been working on stuff like in the gym. Yeah, I mean it's a long season, and some of that stuff's still pretty new, so we'll see if it shows. And it's kind of hard to predict how my body will respond without racing. So I hope it's gonna really help. But it's like anything, it's a process. It's not just an overnight thing.
You can say you're the fastest over 10K. You don't have to be coy.
Yeah, like I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure if I am. So